I can go ahead and introduce myself and let everybody know a little bit about what we're going to be doing tonight or today. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Got that right.
So what we decided to do, we call this our happy hour because we are going to talk about the things that make us happy and the things that bring joy to our life. And we hope that at the end of this presentation, you also can find something from one of us that connects with you and helps you find that happy place. So my name is Uniris Esteves. I am her sister in case you see a resemblance. And she's going to share a little more later, but our story has a lot to do with each other. For right now, I'm going to just walk you through. We have together tonight with us Michelle Collazo, and we have Melissa Martinez. And what we all are going to do is we're going to tell you a little bit and all things that come and have to do with coaching. And if this is for you, how is it that we earn and what we do and all of the possibilities that are available for you. There's a chat section and you can go ahead and in the chat section begin by telling us where you're joining us from. And if you're watching the recording, you can very well tell us where you are from, your name, and how you learned from this webinar. You can also ask questions as we are presenting the information. If something comes up and you are thinking and you're curious and you want to learn more about it, feel free to drop the questions in the chat. And what we will do is at the end come around and answer those questions if we haven't touched upon them in the presentation, okay? So I want to start off by sharing with you what is a transformational coach and is it for you? So you'll hear a lot of conversations and the words that you'll hear have to do, like some people will call it influencers, affiliates, ambassadors. It all stands for one and the same. The main goal of a transformational coach is to become the best version of yourself possible. You're focused on you, on your growth, and on you becoming the better version of you in any sense. You're not broken. Nothing has to be fixed in you. You're just looking at the parts of you that need a little enhancement, if we can call it that. So we are regular people just like you. We're moms, we're women, and we just basically are here to impact the world in a positive way. And we have decided to partner up with a company or become affiliates with a company or influence others by what is that we do. So as a transformational coach, what is it that we do at the end of the day? We are affiliated to the company called Beachbody. And this company, if you probably have heard of it or learned from it as the creators of P90X, T25, Insanity, those fitness programs that you can do from home and that are with amazing trainers, you know. At the end of the day, this is a company that helps you enhance your physical well-being, your mindset, your nutrition, and also your finances. I also want to make sure that we all understand that this is a company that provides you the tools, just like the resources, the nutrition, and the work has to be done by us. So I always want to make sure that nothing is given to us, if nothing comes for free, and if somebody ever offers you something for free, question it because it's not authentic, it's not real. Allow me to read the disclaimer, an income disclaimer, because we're going to be talking about income and the possibilities are endless, but Beachbody or any of us does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody opportunity. Everything, every income you earn is dependent on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. So now that I've shared a little bit about that, let's get started.
Grab your drinks if you have it. This is the, announcements.
So as you can tell, that is me. I am Uniris, a mom of two. I'm also a wife, and I have a 19-year-old and an 11-year-old. Oh my God, even saying that sounds weird. She's 12. She's 12. She turned 12 in March. COVID happened. And she's 12. Shh, don't tell.
It's a secret. It's our secret.
Okay. So this is original. You could see her there. She's my little negrita. She keeps me on my feet. So yes, I am a wife. I am a mom of two. And at the time when I learned about Beachbody, I was a full-time elementary school teacher. I was also overweight, about 50 pounds over. And that girl in the blue t-shirt was very overweight, was overwhelmed, and I would consider myself overworked. Like I was that official person on that hamster wheel that just did everything every single day and continued moving forward. My life was good because I considered I had my dream job. I had a beautiful family. We were in good health, but something was missing. I felt as though something, no matter how much I tried, something was always not there. Like I felt lack. I felt like there was more out of life and I didn't know where to go from it. At the time, I was a professional yo-yo dieter. I was very good at following something for a short period of time and with a goal in mind. And that goal had to be short-term because I didn't have the discipline or the commitment to stick to anything for a longer period of time. So if I had to attend a wedding, I would do crash diets. If I had just come off of a holiday, like had too much to eat at a barbecue, I would find something to release the weight, like pills or teas, or I would also try different diets that were popular or in the moment at the time. And I also tried a lot of like different techniques. So I would go to different groups and learn all about weight loss, but nothing would really stick because I had a time frame for it and it wasn't basically changing the way I thought about my food or the journey. I really didn't see the power of change because I wasn't willing to do anything different. I had like boundaries. If things were going to get too hard, I would stop. So once you get to a place in your life where you no longer feel comfortable in your own skin, you start to question like, what is it that needs to happen? And that's when I insert my desperation. In a conversation with my sister, I shared that I was no longer interested in any more diets and I was even willing to go through surgery. And she said, why don't you reach out to this coach that I know lost all this weight and she lives in Florida, but I know she has a Facebook page. Reach out to her and see if she can help you. I'm like, okay, why do you think that person can help? Well, she was a Dominican woman, just like myself, who had lost 100 pounds from home. And at that point, I had 2 young kids at home. I had a full-time job. I couldn't add anything else to my plate. So this seemed like something that could fit my time, my livelihood at the point. So I reached out to her and I committed to a 90-day program. With our company, we provide what we call a total solution package. And that comes nutrition, support, and a fitness that you can do from home. This was 7 years ago, so at the time we had DVDs. This program was 90 days long, and it was the first time my entire life that I was committing to something like this, and with a total stranger. So they say, you want things to change, you have to change your approach. And I held myself accountable. I gave her my word, and I was going to do everything that she would tell me to do. Funny that one of the basic things that she told me was that I was going to have to drink a shake every single day. And I was not into shakes at all. I felt like I wanted to eat because I love food. And that shake was the reason why I fell in love at the beginning. So she started me off with something called Shakeology. I love the chocolate flavor, and that's the one I still drink to the day. I change it with vanilla every now and then. But my favorite is chocolate because I am a chocoholic. I also had a very bad sugar addiction. And Shakeology was what helped me shake that off. And I'm not here to sell you on it. I just want to make sure that I share what has worked for me so that it can help you make a wiser choice for your future. Shakeology is a natural ingredient that I drink. It has no additives. We all do. It has no additives or preservatives. It's not considered a weight loss shake, because here's the difference. When you drink a weight loss shake and you stop drinking it, then you gain all that weight back, kind of like suppresses your appetite. This is not that. This is not a protein shake either. So what really is it? It is a nutrient-dense protein, like superfood replacement meal. Right? So it kind of, what it does is it fills in the gaps that we don't get in our natural nutrition. So let's say, for example, I had a very bad craving for carbs. I loved fried foods. I love chocolate. I love ice cream. And I still do have them every now and then. But what I learned was that while I was introducing Shakeology, it was filling the gaps in my nutrition, and I was no longer living by cravings. It was helping me say no with more effort and more consistency, so I had less cravings. And when I was invited to try cupcakes or cakes, it was easier for me to just say, no thanks, I'm good. My first 30 days, I lost 18 pounds, and I actually signed up as a Beachbody coach, not thinking of the business, but because I wanted to get a discount on my products. And in the back of my mind, I knew that I had a sister who also struggled with weight and who was my kanchanchana, my partner in all things diets. So when I thought of this, I said, well, if this helps me, I know it will help her. So when I'm ready, I'll invite her to be a part with me, and that way I could earn a little extra income. But that wasn't my main goal. I became an immediate believer of the products because my energy changed. My cravings changed. I no longer was seeking sugary foods, fatty foods. I was looking for more of the wholesome foods because that's what I was giving my body. I signed up, I think it was like November of 2012, and that was right before the holidays. So again, I did something that I had never done before. So who does that? My birthday was in December, the holidays, and that's when I chose to sign on for this opportunity because I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. I wanted to change, and then I was introduced to two things, to nutrition, to something that I could do from home, and to a community that was my support base. It was actually the place that I could come to and be myself and feel like people understood who I was. I started with no intentions, as I mentioned before, to work this business, but because my coach, she likes to follow the rules, she added me to the team page. And in this team page, I'm one of those people that I am very nosy, and I start poking around. So they would upload these recordings of calls. And in these calls, I would listen. Nobody knew I was listening to the calls. They would talk about trips that they were earning, and they were talking about places that they were going to meet up to do a live workout. And they were talking about a travel plan that they were doing in the summer, and that they were going to, I think at the time they were going to Disney. And all of these things were things that were paid for. I kept thinking like, wow, this sounds fun. This sounds interesting. I want part of it. What can I do to do the same thing? And they started to share how they were earning income and how they were like completing earning back what they invested on the products that they were using. So I started to get curious. So I would wake up early in the morning, press play to my workouts, post in my accountability group, go teach. In my lunch break, I found myself checking my Facebook groups and feeling so inspired and encouraged that I started to spend less time preparing lesson plans and more time connecting with people and seeking help, seeking others who wanted me to help them. Because at this point, it was noticeable that I was beginning to change. I was in a happier mood. I was losing the weight. And the people who followed me, or my friends and family, my coworkers, had noticed that I had a pep to my step. So at this time, when this began to happen in my life, I started to say, I think I have something over here. So what I did was I started to listen to my coach. I started to take on the trainings and do everything that I was given as a guide. And what I did, I went all in. And 7 years later, I can proudly say that I'm still here. I have maintained a consistent effort and work ethic. I took the risk. At the point, it took me about a year to match my Beachbody income, matched my teacher's salary. At that point, I took a leap of faith and I resigned from my career as a teacher. And I went full time and full force on my Beachbody career. I call it a career because what I did was I took on the same work ethic that I input in my classroom with my new Beachbody career. So I shared authentically my journey and I didn't have to be anything but myself. So yes, it took a little bit of risk to make a change and to go ahead, and later on we're going to explain a little bit more on the different levels of income that you can earn. But I get to live a life on purpose now, and I feel fulfilled. Like, I get excited. Sometimes I have to put a timer on my clock to help me remember that I have to unplug, because I could do this forever. I love connecting with people. I love the people I work with, and I truly believe that this is an opportunity that not only has changed my physical being, but it has changed me as a mother, as a wife. I'm more confident in my own skin, and I'm a happier mom, and I'm more confident in myself. Had you told me that this is who I was going to become 7 years ago, I would have laughed in your face, because I don't think that I would have been, like now I could speak on stages and lead calls and lead people and inspire others to transform their own lives. But when you look at who I was before this, I was very closed-minded. I only thought of the things that kept me inside of that box. I stuck with my idea that I had a career and that I had my family. I was afraid of taking risks. I was also not very good at believing in myself, or that I had what other people were seeking to help them move past their own doubts. But with the whole program, when you do the total solution, you do invest in yourself, in your personal development, and you do plug into a community of people who believe in you better than what you can believe in yourself. And when you have a tribe that is rooting you on, there is no stopping you. And the beauty about this is you don't have to be anybody else but yourself. And that's how I have been able to sustain the success that I have up until right now. And I introduced to you my sister, who thankfully, after seeing my first 18 pounds, signed on with me and decided that she was ready to take the risk as well.
Yes, so thanks so much, Honoris, for welcoming us to this amazing happy hour. And if you haven't grabbed it, yes, I will be reminding you, because, hey, it is a happy hour, and we want to make sure that you are enjoying yourself as you're getting to know each other, each of us and our team. And I want to welcome you. As my sister stated, my name is Noris Ascona. I am a wife, a mom, a sister, and I am also a full-time Teen Beachbody coach, as well as an early intervention service coordinator. So you're going to hear from all of us here, and I'm sure that if you're listening to Noris, you're like, but am I really going to be able to do all of this? And I know that I had questions initially, and I want to make sure that I go through a couple of things that might be going through your mind. Chances are, if you've been following my journey, or any of the coaches here or outside of our team, you notice that we are sharing our story, and you're probably thinking, but I'm not a salesperson. So I'm here to tell you, let's take a deep breath and let's celebrate the fact that that is amazing. That is the best news that you can gift yourself, knowing that you're not a salesperson. I personally do not have a sales degree. I have never sold anything in my life. And one thing that you will come to find is that most people that come into this business to sell usually don't do very well, because we are in the business of helping people. And when you put people first and their interests and their goals, things start to shift, because you're coming from a place of knowledge, a place where you were once, and you're just sharing what this community, what the support, the tools have helped you become a better version of yourself, right? So please rest assured, you do not need to have a sales degree or have experience prior to, because you're technically just opening the doors to your journey and sharing it with others. You are becoming a better version of yourself, stronger, and in that light, you're also sharing that positivity and inviting others to join you along the way. And once you have that conviction in your heart, things start to flow in a better way. So this business is about transformation. And as Minerva shared her journey, she was stuck in a position, in a box. She was looking for change. In her time, she was looking for health. And little did she know that it was an opportunity to also earn an extra income. So many of you, and as myself, we all start for different reasons. So it can be physical reasons that you want to lose an X amount of weight, or you want to work on your health. Some are looking for emotional healing. And in this process, you'll also discover ways in doing so, and financial. And if you're the whole package and you want changes in all aspects of your life, this opportunity can also do that for you. It serves many purposes as far as transformation. And it all begins with one decision to just say yes to you and make things possible. There's so many companies out there, and I am here to say that I am not knocking them. I personally partake in the purchasing of some of these products because they're made to make us feel better, but they're not the whole package. So, you know, you might be investing in mascaras, in hair products, in oils, and things that make your house smell better, but they technically don't tap into the internal aspects of our lives, which is how we're feeling, right? So yes, there's many network companies out there that are selling, but the difference with us is that we're selling a package where it's focusing on yourself, self-improvement, and then the physical will then obviously come afloat because change always starts within. And that is one of the major reasons I've fallen in love with this community. I myself joined my sister a few months after she started. When I saw her transformation of 18 pounds in 1 month, I was like, sign me up, I'm in. And little by little, I started gaining that confidence that I so much desired. And as far as time, I think it's something that, guys, there's no time. I don't think any of us have like spare time to do anything. I think now more than ever, we're just so busy living this life, right? And some of you might be afraid of, I don't have time to do what you guys do. Like, I don't even have a spare moment. And I'm here to tell you, it's not that we have extra hours in our day. We all get the 24 hours in the day. We, however, have managed, and there's tools and resources that we can help you and plug you in, because you're not going to do this alone. We're doing this together as a community, as a team, as a tribe. And we'll share with you extra tools, and you'll be plugged into a support group as far as mentorship and coaching. But one of the things that we learned early on is looking at your 24-hour span and then pulling out of that day buckets of time that you can focus on your business. And if you're looking to do this, all you need is 60 minutes. Now, are there going to be moments where you're going to sacrifice certain things? Absolutely. I'm not here to sugarcoat things and tell you that it's not work. It is work because this is a business. But that you can allocate buckets of time into your day, yes. You can carve out and maybe sacrifice some TV time. Novela time can wait. And now we have the luxury of Netflix and things that you can just put on your DVR and replay at a different time. So you definitely have the opportunity to carve out the time. It's just depending on how much you are willing to give up now so that you can reap the benefits in the future. Because it's all on that. Like, what is it that you're looking for to obtain? And then on that same drive, that same grit is going to allow you to look at your time differently. And now you're going to be like, I want to be more productive rather than just wasting time on being busy, but not productive. Because there's a difference in that. There's busy and then there's productive busy. And in this business, you'll be able to see what activities are going to help you move forward in your business. But it all starts with you. And that's the best part. So as far as time is the time that you're willing to invest, it's just a decision. And it might be overwhelming. But at the end of the day, by joining the team, you'll have the training available. You'll start learning a little different ways into how you can invest in things that are going to make you better. So this business does not only allow you to earn an extra income, but you're becoming a better version of yourself while you're doing it. So it's not wasted time. It's actually productive time in all sense of the word, because part of our job description is to work on ourselves. Personal development is one of the things that we work on the most, and it's part of our vitals. And it's pretty much just working on our mental abilities, because sometimes we have the fixed mindset. I know that when I started, I had no idea what I was joining, and then fell in love with the community, and the changes that I was seeing within were so apparent on the physical that I couldn't contain myself, and I had to share the opportunity because I was finding a new version of myself that I never knew I had, right? So as far as like the community, I don't have enough people. I don't know a lot of people, and in our case, we're sisters, so we know the same people. Our circle is the same, pretty much. So she started ahead of me, and we're total opposites. She's the extrovert, I'm the introvert. So she reached out to everyone I know. So I started with 0 on my Facebook list. I had no friends, and technically no Instagram either. I had to start a new page, literally from scratch. And little by little, I started gaining a new community of people that I started then to build relationships with and connect with. It's the human connection that I was missing, and this community provided that for me. So definitely, it's just a matter of you opening the vision for your future, knowing that it's going to take time, sacrifice, and grit, but you're definitely going to reap the results as you dive into more deeply into how you can connect with others, how you can build a community that's going to follow your journey and hold you accountable to your word. Because I know that I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have my team or my tribe rooting for me every single day. An 85-pound weight loss journey doesn't come overnight, and neither does success. It's a daily activity that needs to take place. So as far as not having enough people, there's ways in how you can grow your social media. I had no expertise prior to this. Again, I have no background in any of this. All I know is that I fell in love with the results. I've fallen in love with the products. I've lived it for 7 years. I've seen the sustainability, and I just share. So if you are willing to kind of put out the lights and share your light with others, not focusing on you so much, just focusing on how you can, in your mess, have that message that's going to serve someone else and guide them towards also leading a healthier lifestyle. So it's that ripple effect, because while you're changing, you're becoming better, you're becoming stronger, sharing the opportunity is only building your confidence level and your belief system, and then you're sharing it with someone else. Right? So the ripple effect is endless. And can we just talk about, is this a pyramid scheme? Now, first off, pyramid schemes are illegal. So Beachbody wouldn't even exist if we were to be a pyramid scheme. And technically what that means is it's trying to become a large team, recruit a lot of people, and earn money from that large team. There's no interchangeable package or anything being exchanged. So in this case, Beachbody is not that. We have the tools that we share with others, they purchase, so it's not a pyramid scheme. And actually, you can bring in people under you. So let's say, for example, I bring in my mom and I help my mom with a challenge pack. She starts with Shakeology, beautiful. I earn a commission off of that. My sponsor coach does not. So she benefits in another shape and volume, and we'll go into more detail into that. But it's an exchange in business, but my commissions are mine to keep, and I can earn more than Uneris, or vice versa. So it doesn't matter where you land in the business. It's all a matter of your grit, your hustle, and the amount of hours and the work ethic that you have. And then that will be your income reflection, right? So as far as feeling icky about it or being an ugly salesman, trying to like persuade people to just like like that grimy, slimy looking kind of salesperson, like pushy. That's not who we are. And I hope that that clarifies a couple of things that might be holding you back from saying yes to the opportunity. It's just a matter of you opening the doors to your journey and allowing others to be part of it as you share your wins and your lessons in the process. And you just become stronger. So even if this whole thing doesn't work out for you, you sign up, you're like, I'm going to do the business. You're still doing the, being product of the product. You're doing your vital behaviors, which is personal development, inviting others and sharing the opportunity. Even if you think, oh, I tried it, it's not for me. At the end of it all, you will become a better version of yourself because you're reaping the hard work. You're reaping the results of your hard work and effort. So I wanna go over the transformations.
Is it frozen? Oh, that's.
Yes. Now let's take a moment and really just dive into what does a transformational influencer do? And I know that I repeat this a lot, but it's technically who we are. We are becoming a better version of ourselves, a version of ourselves that we at some point lost ourselves, or we didn't even know we had, or we are just becoming stronger every single day because now we have that fire in our belly. We have that purpose-driven life that makes things just vibrant and positive. And, we radiate positivity because we've become stronger in the process, right? So you can see that Onuris here was a teacher. She joined the community because she was looking for change. And again, you can see here that everybody starts for different reasons. Everyone is looking for something different. You might be looking for community. You might be looking for an emotional transformation that you need to tackle. Or you're looking for that inner badass like Michelle, who's a mama, a full-time person. Now she has abs. I know that Elizabeth, the second person we're next to Onuris, I wish you can see my mouse, but Elizabeth started because she wanted to get her vitals healthier. She had to do blood work every 3 months, and she needed to change the way that she looked at nutrition and focus on her health, not so much for the physical, but for her vitals. We have Sori, who's a mom of 3 young kids, who's working full time. She's a mom, and she lost herself in the shuffle, and she's been able to adapt this new mindset and has welcomed change into her life and has transformed into a more positive, more radiant person that now can serve and flow from a place of abundance, giving her kids the happy mom that they so deserve. And she deserves herself. We have Seal, who started and really has done so many yo-yo dieting, and she really just said, Norris, I need change and I need it now. I just don't want to work out.
Oh, wow.
And now she is the first one pressing play and drinking her go-go juice because she found joy in the process. Yes, the changes are evident, but what changes within is something that you can't put into words. You really can't put a dollar amount to everything you gain in the process. Yes, the weight will come off, but it's everything else. And as far as Jennifer, she's a full-time life child specialist. She's a wife, a mom of 2 kids, and she works the business full-time. And all these ladies that I'm mentioning here have their own positions as far as their 9 to 5, but they've also incorporated being a transformational influencer into their lives because their life was impacted by this, and now they want to pay it forward. So they're not keeping that light, they're not keeping that positivity just to themselves. They've allowed themselves to go through the process of transformation, and in that process have also welcomed others into their journey because they too want to see others transform and become a better version of themselves. So own your brilliance. Know the fact that your story, there's power in your story. It might be that you're a funny person, or that you're a workaholic, or that you're consistent, or that you've been a major failure all your life, that you've never finished anything that you started. Whatever you think is not a story, that is the story that someone else needs at this moment. You do not need to be an expert. All you need to have is heart, and allow yourself to, to serve others and serve as a ray of light and lifting others up to do the same.
Absolutely. Powerful, powerful.
So,
Millie has
Millie.
Am I next?
Yes, my love.
All right, hold on a second. Let me make sure that I am okay. Are you guys seeing my slides? Okay. All right. So hey everyone, welcome to tonight's event. Sorry for the couple of mishaps in the beginning. My name is Melissa. Like Nora said, I am a mother of two, married to my high school sweetheart. And I'm not going to give you guys the whole lowdown because I'll explain a little bit about that later. When I first joined Beachbody, I joined Beachbody as a customer because I had been following my coach and had 50. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I see your faces and you look confused. So I'm like, what is going on? This is the bad thing about seeing your friends when they're drinking. Hold on. I think I need a sip. Everybody take a drink with me. Mm-hmm. All right.
This is our cheers.
All right. So basically, I was 50 pounds overweight. I was all in my head. I seriously hated seeing and of course my kids would walk in as soon as I'm going to speak. I seriously hated looking at myself in the mirror. I was one of those people that loved to have the lights out, if you guys can understand what I mean. And it wasn't until I found my coach, who's also Univisa's coach, that basically I, started literally creeping on her wall, seeing that she was losing weight, thinking maybe I can do this, maybe I can join this this cult that drinks this juice that's green. At that point, they really only had 2 flavors of shake, and it was either chocolate or greenberry, and I was not going to drink chocolate because I'd never been a chocolate lover until now, by the way. And I lost, I want to say in the first 2.5 months, I lost almost 40 pounds, literally. This is how crazy. I had suffered from PCOS. All of my symptoms were seriously at bay. I started feeling like a different person, started feeling so much better, and I honestly never thought that I would be part, and there's my son trying to, because this is real life, guys, you see? Diego, really, Diego?
I love it.
God. I'm sorry.
Eat for effort, Diego.
You cannot make this up, guys, by the way, okay? You cannot make it up even if you freaking try. Now, today, I guess it's not really night yet. Diego, you can actually walk. Can you please stop? This is really embarrassing. I'm so sorry, guys. That's my 27-year-old, in case you're wondering. And he's perfectly fine, no disabilities. Okay. Now, what you guys are probably wondering, a lot of you guys are curious about this, and this is something that I really shied away about talking, because to me, it used to sound really icky. I come from a family that doesn't discuss income. And it wasn't until I really realized that this business was part of my purpose and started to realize that I had so much more to share and that there was no way that I can stay quiet while helping others live healthy, fulfilling lives. I do want to remind you that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. We have to throw this in there for the lawyers, my friends. Everybody's income and their journey depends on their own efforts, diligence, and skill. So what does this mean? It means that I can train you. It means that I can bring you into my team. It means that I can share with you everything that I know and what has gotten me here up to this point, but I can't do the work for you. I can't work out for you. I can't drink the shake for you. I can't prepare your meals for you. I can, in my group, in our group, you're going to see that we're going to share meal plans. We're going to share recipes. We're going to share the good, the bad, the ugly, a lot of ugly. And that sometimes we don't want to show up and sometimes we don't want to work out. And when you come into these amazing groups, you see people working out at 5 a.m. You're like, oh, hold on a second. I got to do this, right? But none of this is going to work unless you do, okay? I can't come to your home. I can't do it for you. So here's what I'm going to share, okay? There was a moment I joined like Univis, I joined no, I actually joined a little bit before her. I joined in March of 2012. Can you please? Okay. Strictly for the discount. And I literally started losing all this weight. My family and friends started asking questions. They wanted to know what it was that I was doing. I wanted to give them the shake. I wanted to buy the shake with my discount. You know, it wasn't working. They wanted their own thing, okay? Somehow, some way, 6 months down the line, I started seeing $300, $400 a week. And I was just like, oh, okay, here I am in corporate America in a really cushy position. This time it's the dog, guys, by the way. In a really cushy position, making a great income, and still in major debt, owing many credit cards, living way beyond my means, going on vacation and trying to figure out what bill wasn't gonna get paid this month, you know. And now that enter Beachbody into my life, and this $300-$400, whatever it is that was coming in at that time, I was like, wait a minute, this, you know, we're onto something. But I still didn't want to be part of this business because I was not a salesperson, and that's what I thought that would happen. Meanwhile, it was so stupid and stuck in my, it was, I think if I look back, it's basically reminding myself of how much ego I had, because my ego wouldn't let me understand that I wasn't selling, I was sharing, and therefore building a team, okay? All this while still working a full-time job, all this while loving my job and not planning on ever leaving my job because I loved event planning. It was all I knew. It was all I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. Let me turn off my ringer now. It was all I wanted to do. And, you know, but what happens is I was stuck in a position where my boss was a jerk. And he basically decided, let me skip the slide over here. Hold on one second, my friends. He basically decided, and I'm going to tell you guys more about that now, it's just so I won't be interrupted, that he was going to treat me like shit. An incident happened, totally out of my control. I realized that I might stay without a job. And that is when I picked up the phone and called my coach and said, okay, I realize that you're earning money with Beachbody. I may stay without a job. I can't deal with these people here. What do I need to do? Basically, I had to learn how to roll up my sleeves, and start inviting people to this opportunity and start making sure that my team was transforming, that there were changes coming out of this community. And that's what a coach does, okay? I can't get into, there's so much more behind my story. I can't sit here. I won't have time. Unides will start sending me text messages very soon and saying, you have a couple of minutes left. So before she does that, let me just let me talk to you guys a little bit about what exactly it is that you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to pick your path, is what we call it. All right, there's different types of enrollments. There's different ways. As I mentioned before, when I first signed up, I was a hobby coach, okay? And this just means that, just like you're seeing in the picture, you are going to use the product like me. I used to use and love the product. I used to receive a 25% discount, and that's what you'll receive. I used to share with family members. I wanted to give it to them, but I had to share with them. I used to make a little side income. I mentioned $300-$400 a week. And again, guys, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. Remember that. It's all in what you do. What else? I would hear about the business like Unidi. I would be part of the team pages. I would sneak in and listen to, watch what they were doing and think, these biatches, are they real? Like, they're making what kind of money? And no, like, I couldn't understand it, and I thought it was actually all fake. And totally was not ready to leave my full-time job at all. All right. Or you can be a discount coach. And that's a person who uses and loves the products. They want to receive that 25% discount. They love being part of a community. They want to, I think I flipped it, by the way. I actually, the discount coach was the first person, right? Then I became a hobby coach. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm giving the things backward, but you guys will understand what I mean, promise. No interest whatsoever in being part of this business is a discount. Hobby was who I became when my cousin started joining. Until then, I mentioned the story of my boss being a jerk. I had to roll up my sleeves and become a business builder. And what did that mean? And that meant that I didn't have to. I used and loved the product daily, okay? But I had to start sharing daily with everyone. If I wanted to build a business, I could have stayed with the little group that I had, but I needed to build a business. I needed to bring more people in. So therefore, going online, at that point, I don't think we even had Instagram, right, Oni? We had Facebook, not Instagram. We opened Instagram like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I want to say.
Instagram wasn't the main thing. Facebook was.
I had to become diligent. I had to become consistent. I had to treat this like a business and start inviting. This picture that you guys see here, we were in Riviera Maya. Was it Riviera Maya? Just want to get 100%. Or we were in DR. Every time I see water, I think it's freaking DR.
Riviera Maya.
Okay, we were in Riviera Maya. The reason why I'm probably a little bit confused is we travel together all the time, guys. We spend so much time with our family, with each other, having fun. We earn these trips. We build financial freedom. We help others do the same. So you have 3 paths to choose. It is up to you which one you will choose, because the beauty of this business is that you are going to, I have been through every single one of them, okay? And maybe it can be the same for you. I'm not gonna sit here and talk anymore. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and message the person who invited you. Michelle now is going to come on and look at her face. Hold on, let me change my slides and give you guys more information. Let me mute myself.
Hello, everybody. All right, let's shake it off, and have cheers. Cheers, girls. I wish we were together. Okay, so there's different options to enroll. So there's something called, so one of the ways that you can enroll is by signing up as a coach. You could sign up with a sign-up fee, which is $40. But that, honestly, I never signed anyone up like that. I didn't sign up like that. It's rarely ever done, because it sounds like the girls have been mentioning very salesy. Because if you are not proof that of the product, or you're not working on yourself, then how can you provide a service to others? It sounds very salesy. So the first option is called a completion pack. And what that means is, if you have Beachbody On Demand, and Beachbody On Demand is what we call the Netflix of fitness, right? So on there you have anything from yoga, cardio, bar, everything in between. If you have Beachbody On Demand, all you have to do is basically sign up for Shakeology, a month supply of Shakeology, or the Performance Pack. And that's our pre and our post workout line. That's what some of you see us drink. I call it my mama fun juice, because it's really what makes me be the fun mom. Actually, I don't really need it to be a fun mom. I'm a fun mom. But anyways, so that's the completion pack. And that is $130 US. And then you have the base challenge pack. And that challenge pack is for anyone that does not have Beachbody On Demand. So you sign up with Beachbody On Demand, you get, and it's 1 year worth, the subscription is for a year. And you also get Shakeology or the Performance line. And that's $160 US. And all the Beachbody On Demand comes with like every single program that Beachbody has come up with. All the way back in the day was, I think one of the first ones was like Turbo Fire or something like that. All the way to the latest and greatest, which is 10 rounds. And that is a shadow boxing and strength training program, which I'm currently doing. And let me tell you something, I am sore AF every single day. But honestly, yo soy masoquista. I mean, I'm a masochist, and I love to feel sore. So it's for me. So, but even if you're not into that, there's a plethora of programs that you can choose. And the last option is the Deluxe Challenge Pack. And that is 1 year of Beachbody On Demand, 30-day supply of Shakeology and the Performance line. And that goes for $219 US. And then with all these other packages, with all 3 of them actually,
you get the coach sign-up fee waived. And that is a $40 fee, which I spoke about first, but who wants to sign up with just that and not really have the benefits of having all of, you know, the workouts and the supplements and things like that. So any of these options will automatically grant you access to our private accountability groups, our team pages, our nutrition guides, the meal plans. We provide all of that as your coach. You also get access to our new coach training. Once that's reviewed, then we schedule a call to get you started and just really guide you through all of this, because we don't know, like as soon as you walk into this, you don't know what you really have to do, but you are never alone on this. There's always someone here to guide you, to direct you, and just really be there for you, because this is a community. I see that Melissa changed my slide. So dream big, and that's her, she and I, there, kissy kissy. That's my twin. If I need to leave you with something, and I realized that I didn't, like the other girls, I didn't mention my story. I am a mom, I am a wife. And if there's something that I can leave you with is this. I actually have been here. 2 days ago was my 5th year anniversary. So, and yes, and that's kind of a big deal, because I think about, what if I wouldn't have stuck through? What if I wouldn't have never met my coach? What if I wouldn't have never met these women who have been literally life-changing? I've always been, I feel like I'm a little bit of both. I'm an extrovert with a little bit of an introvert. And what do I mean by that? Yes, I can, you know, make friends and things like that, but I do then tend to hide inside. And honestly, when I first started, I was 1 year postpartum. I started because I wanted to get out of my maternity jeans. When my daughter was 16 months, I was still wearing maternity jeans, and I wanted to have energy. I would find myself on this couch, literally a couch potato, dunking chocolate chip cookies, and she was already a year old, and she was starting to walk and have massive energy, which she still does, and I needed to keep up with her. And I knew I needed to change. I was also grumpy because I wasn't happy in my own skin. My mental state wasn't where it is today. And I just wasn't I wasn't a nice person, or even to my husband, who didn't deserve that. So my worst case scenario is not, oh my gosh, I signed up and I failed, or it failed me. No, I put in the work. I wanted to change, and that's what I did, because I had my family here. I had someone who yes, you do it for yourself, but I needed to prove that to myself in order to keep up with her, who is 6 years old now and still keeps me on my toes, and be the woman that my husband knew I was all along. And I didn't believe that in myself. And I'm here to tell you that you are in charge of your life. You are in charge of your dreams, no matter how big, how small. You are what can make anything possible, your dreams be possible. And the best news is that your dreams are in your hands. You're in charge of what it is that you want your story to be. So at the end of the day, you're not alone. You will never be alone. This is a community. It's a beautiful community. You make lifelong friends. These 3 women here, I never knew them. This is how I met them. And they have become my best friends. So worst case scenario is I sign up and I don't like it. Maybe you're a little bit of, I wasted my time or I wasted my money, but there's a thing. You don't waste your money, because Beachbody guarantee, there's a money back guarantee that Beachbody offers. That's how certain they are about their product. So my confidence in myself and the growth that was required to become who I am today, that is my worst case scenario. That's not my worst case scenario, I should say. The worst case scenario is that I started and I would have failed. So I don't think the world needs any more people just checking off boxes. I think it needs people that are lit up, that have a fire within, that are here to, or that want to help others. So I say, find what it is that lights you up, and let's set the world on fire, because that's all we got.
I love it. Thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing that end piece. I was getting emotional. I love you, and I love that we are offering this opportunity to any and every one of us, because there is, as Michelle mentioned, the possibilities are endless, and we know that, yes, this is fitness focused, and it is focused on helping you get a nutrition understanding, and we put the resources in your hands. But at the same time, when your light turns on and you become a light for others, you can also influence and impact your bank account. So one of the things that I never put into perspective is, okay, so I'm saving a 25%, right, on all of the products that I am purchasing. But then what happens if I start to help more people? That becomes an income, and an extra, and an income that is coming in on an extra and on a consistent basis. Little by little, I always advise our team to open an account and start working the business, and everything they earn from the business, put it in their savings account. And let's say, for example, your first paycheck comes in as $30, but then maybe your next paycheck is going to show up as $100. Maybe it'll turn into $200, $300, $400, $500. That's when you start to see, oh wait, I could cover the cost of my bills. I can help my husband cover the car payment. I can help in my house, because I don't know about you, and I commend, everybody has a different way of living, and some people choose to stay at home and be a caregiver and a mom to their children, but sometimes that impacts and makes us feel shame, and makes us feel
you're
like
not contributing to the family expenses, and you feel like, I can do so much more, but how? And then you don't want to leave your kids with a babysitter.
All I wanted was to make $200 in a month to cover diapers.
Right. And ask yourself, if you're watching the replay or you're with us right now, what can $200, $500 on a monthly basis make a difference in your home? Like, we all have different reasons as to why.
Like, you also want to know, as a woman, do you want to have your own like side $50 that if you want to go take a drink with your friends, or you want to go to the movies, you don't have to say, honey, can you give me $50? I want to go X, Y, and Z. You have your own savings behind you. And you also have like that, I guess, pride in you, that you're also contributing, that you're not a burden to somebody else. And that when time comes, your husband sees that you're on the phone, he doesn't think you're playing on the phone. You're actually earning an income, and you're improving your life as well as you're improving the life of others.
That's the best part, guys. All you need is Wi-Fi, a laptop, or your phone, and anywhere you go, you are literally with your business in hand.
So I want to take this time. Obviously, you can continue to share and send us your questions, and feel free to reach out to the person who invited you to this webinar. They are there. They were the person who inspired you to think about this as an opportunity for change. Let them know you're ready to lock arms with them and to become a partner, and to share and spread the light so that other people can also be impacted. If you've seen a change because you are part of a community that is supportive to you, if you are seeing a change by trying the workout routine and you're feeling more alive and more energized, if you have tried our nutrition programs and you feel like you are now in control of your nutrition, of your emotional mindset, and if you are actually interested in earning an income, this is an opportunity that you can say, I'm ready to step in. And I know that we've touched upon a lot of things. And one person asked, how do I start? I feel lost as to how to start the business. I always say, start by sharing your journey. So I started by sharing the beginning through the end of my transformation. I am no expert. I'm not a fitness expert. I'm not a nutrition expert. I simply was an overweight person who needed consistency, who needed to stick through something and follow through with it. So what I did was I opened my public account, like Melissa did, opened and made everything public, shared my journey on Instagram, shared my journey on Facebook, and invited people to be a part of this with me. And that's how you start. And belief comes through consistency. And belief comes through showing up every single day.
And taking action.
And never giving up. So with that being said, we appreciate you.